Hello again. I have been updating my font editor that I have been writing in an emulated Atari 800. Here we are running the program. It's just loaded up all of my assembly language routines. Now it's displaying the screen, still hilariously slow loading the screen from disk. There is much that I can do to improve this particular portion of the program. Anyways, and here we are. There's my cursor, which I'm controlling with the joystick. You may recall that when I click in one of these cells, it tells me I've clicked in the grid, and it reverses the polarity of that cell, so I can turn these cells on and off. Since the last time that I have been streaming, I added another feature. If I click in this area over here, where all the characters are, it will display that character down here. So there's 5. You'll notice that it's slightly larger than the actual text. That's because that black representation of the character there is actually a player missile graphic. That is player 1. Player 0 is my reticule. That is player 1, and you'll also notice that it is slightly taller than my reticule. My reticule is 8 by 8, and this is 8 by 16. Each row of the symbol, each row of the character being displayed is represented twice in that player missile graphic. The reason that happens is that these little characters here, as displayed in graphics 0 on the Atari 800, are actually 2 bits high for every 1 bit wide that they are. So that was something I discovered when I was writing this program. I didn't realize that until I started going in here and clicking on stuff. But each of these, I can only click on 4 bits wide on these things, which is confusing. But the resolution of graphics 0 is higher than the resolution of the player missile graphics. So it can fit 2 pixels side by side for every 1 pixel in the player missile graphics. So if I want to represent a character from the character set in player missile graphics, which is what I'm doing here, that needs to be twice as large as a character in graphics 0. So that's what I have accomplished so far in terms of displaying the characters. The next step, of course, is to have all of these bits represented over here in the grid. I've actually started writing the assembly language routine that's going to do that for me. It's a fairly complex routine, but I think I have finished writing it. I have to now compile it and test it. And, fingers crossed that the next time I talk with you folks, when I click on a character over here, it will not only appear down below it, down here, but it will also appear in this grid. And then the next step is, when I click on one of these buttons in the grid, instead of just flipping that button, it will change the character itself. So, exciting times in my font editor. That is where things stand right now. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon.